I don't know. It happens sometime. Oh, this is meeting is okay.
I'm recording.
Yeah. Perfect.
So
yeah,
my new shop and all my staffs all together online.
Great.
So, they're also a Suriol drinker.
Perfect. yeah. No, I'm just before start that I'm totally disposed for anything that you want. I want to first of all say thanks to Yiting. I suppose that you meet, you know them, but you know her. But really, she's very important for us. She started with us like 4 or 5 years ago, and it's really the relation is really great. And also we know that we are with a good team now, because also she's increasing the team, she's increasing with the shop and everything. And then thank you very much for all, Yiting. That's, I don't know.
Thank you very much. Thanks for always making really wonderful wines, really special wines. And that's the most important thing, to discover the land.
Exactly. No, because as you will, as I sometimes explain, it's like you can explain whatever you want, organic. You can ask me about organic, about the family, about the heritage, about the biodynamic, whatever you want. But finally, the wine has to be great in the glass, as easy as that.
Yeah, I will do some translation. 然后说就是可以问他任何有关什么生物动力啊、有机的任何东西，看反正最重要的是那个酒在杯子里面就是要好喝。对，因为现在有太多就是做一堆有的没的东西，明明糖，但是就很难喝。Nice.
Okay. And no, then I don't know. Eating, it's up to you to.
We have a PowerPoint you gave us before, so maybe you could give a brief introduction and also talk about the new project for Malvasia de Sitges, the grape juice, and also penat, and also your biodynamic, because I think you are the only one company, only one winery who really makes this implement to 100%. Like you're really using it, you're really applying it.
Yeah. Yes. Then but the idea is that you will be translating the things, yeah? You think?
I will. I think I will still.
Okay. That means that when I will, I don't know, whatever you want, you can cut me in some point, and yeah.
Okay. Or you think it's enough information for you to translate? So you will stop. Okay, then I will.
Okay. Great. No, perhaps we can, with a briefing information, a brief explanation of the company. Finally, it's like we are Suriol. It's our surname. It's Suriol, and we are in our land, in our farmhouse since the 15th century. And really, we are farmers. And for me, the most important thing that we do in this moment, it's like we are living inside the farmhouse. We are protecting all the farmland, that is 30 hectares, making organic, biodynamic, really natural, creating biodiversity in our surrounding area. That's the most important thing.
他们是属自己就开始存在的，他们这个庄园，然后他们主要就是一个所谓庄园，但是他比较谦虚，他在讲他们是一个农庄啊，对，所以他们所有人都住在里面，然后是不是一开始就在里面哦？那葡萄园当然是更早以前，可能10世纪、11世纪就有记录的，然后他们也是很强调生物多样性这一块。Yep.
Then a little bit the idea is like we have 30 hectares of vineyard. We make the whole production. It means that we are running in organic, certified. We run in biodynamic with the association called Terra Dinamica. And really our idea is to run our vineyards in the idea of being Mediterranean farmers, really in making the things specifically from our zone. And each vintage, each vineyard, it's totally different. We can apply different things to different landscapes and to different parcels, okay?
也就是它30公顷嘛，然后他们是有这个有机的认证，然后也有biodynamic的认证，他们就是当地自己有的一个组织一个认证，然后他们每一个年份，它坦白说味道都会多少有点不同，然后在不同的地块，每个年份其实多少都会有不一样的差异的。
Then from these 30 hectares of vineyard, we make the whole elaboration in our farm, in our winery. And the idea is like 35, 40 years ago, my family makes the wine inside the farmhouse, because it's a typical farmhouse here. You have the winery inside the farmhouse. But really 40 years ago, more or less, my father is the time when he decides to make a new building to increase the winery, to make the winery bigger, and at the same time to incorporate different things like inox or occult machines to make the products better, but at the same time maintain all the things that we are doing in the old winery, that are the concrete tanks under the floor, or for example, the using of the chestnut tree casks.
Okay. 所以他们45年前，爷爷那个时候就开始把这个就变成一个葡萄酒庄，以前只是一个 farmhouse，是一个农庄。然后30年前呢，就开始引进新的设备，包含是不锈钢槽啦，然后立木桶啦，然后他们也会把那个不锈钢槽埋到地底下，就是地下的不锈钢槽的酿造的方式。Yeah, I think more or less.
Yes.
Okay.
But Manu, the main idea is like in the winery we have the new technology, all what we. One moment. Then we have all the new technology, like called, but also we keep all the heritage things that we do to make our wines special. Yeah, and then one moment. Okay. Then the idea also in the winery, it's like after that we make the bottling, okay, and we bottle all the wine. It's with our surname, call it Suriol, okay. Then the idea is like we have how to explain. It's like the idea, but basically it's like the main important thing is the vineyard, and in the winery we apply the idea of minimum intervention, okay, or the idea of natural wines, okay. What does it mean? It means that we never add yeasts to our wines. Always we use the wild yeasts, and we don't add also any chemical during the whole process. It means that we don't add any bentonite or things for clarify. We don't add anything, and also we don't make any filtration. The idea is like in some wines, some specific wines, we don't make anything. And as you know, in some wines also we make a soft paper filtering, and we add a little bit of sulfites. I can explain you why, and that's the idea. But the idea is like all the Suriol wines are thinking and are made in the concept of minimum intervention. It's like to add nothing to the wines. Yeah.
就是Suriol最主要的一个哲学思维就是一切来自于土壤嘛，万亚土它为来，然后是尽量就是不要去 less intervention， 就是不要有过多的干预干扰，不会有过多的摄入。所以他们不用澄清，不用过滤，就不澄清不过滤，然后不使用什么烹饪土啊，就都不做，就是保留原本的味道跟样子。然后当然什么原生种、原生像我们是最基本的都一定会。然后对，主要是讲就是没有什么 intervention。Yep.
Yeah, and to understand that a little bit in an easy way to explain, it's like 99% of the wines have makeup, okay? It's like they are painting, they use acid or different things to make the wines better. And we don't make anything. It means that the wine comes from the grapes, and if we have to make really a great job in the grapes, because after that, we cannot decide to add anything. It means that if we make the harvest, that's the specific grapes will make finally the wine. Really, we are only like, we care about the wine, but we cannot change finally, okay? That's the idea, that it's like pure wines. It means that there is no makeup. It means that it's what it is. It's in the glass, and that's really great because in all our wines, when you taste the wine, it's you can smell and flavor and taste it, and it's the same. And moreover, always they increase with the time, with the pass of time. It's not like makeup that the first flavor is good, but after the makeup it's going down. it's the opposite. Like the first flavor, it's great, but if you leave the wine, the glass, to be opened and to go in oxygen inside and to really, you can taste the wine in 1 hour, 2 hours, or perhaps 1 or 2 days. Our wines always are better after that.
你说他们酒其实就是不化妆、不上妆那种，因为很多酒庄其实就是大量的用桶啊，或是加酸啊、加甜啊，其实都是一种上妆的过程。然后像这样的酒，如果随着时间的变化，它可能一开始很甜，后来就是也是有机会马上就破红，就是会这样，一开始很惊艳，但其实到后来撑不了太久。对，那像他们的话是就是完全不上妆、不使用，对，所以很多都是零添加处理。可是他认为这样子会随着时间就是越放越好的。而且打开之后，它的那种活力程度都会越来越好，越来越深入。
Yeah, then perhaps I can explain you a little bit more now if you want. That's like in the introduction, but if you want, perhaps you can talk a little bit more about the vineyard and organic and biodynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then no, a little bit. It's like we are one of the pioneers in the Penedès region to be certified as organic. It was in 1996. It's my father who makes that, okay? And really, we never add any chemical to our soil. This means that we don't put never any pesticide, anything, okay? The idea is like my father starts the certification in 1996. And after that, when I arrived to the winery, more or less, I am always here, but when I arrive when I can take decisions, the idea is to go a little, to make another step. And it's the step of biodynamic, okay? And yeah, you want to explain that?
Okay, I will translate. 1996年的时候，他们拿到了那个有机的认证，然后那其实算是Penedès产区很早期就有，是他爸拿的。然后他开始进来工作之后，就开始拿那个 biodynamic 的认证，这样。
Then, what organic means? Organic means that there is no pesticides, no herbicides, no any chemical. You cannot put any chemical into the soil, okay? And it means that also you cannot put any chemical into the plants, okay? That means that organic, it's good for the health of the soil, for the health of the vines, but it's also good for the health of the people who is spreading these chemicals. And it's also good for the people who is drinking it and for the entire world. What does it mean? It's good for the people who is smelling or taking it because it doesn't have any chemicals. And moreover, it's really good for the soil. It means that the chemicals, it doesn't go to the water, to the sea, and finally, it doesn't affect to all the people, okay? That means that organic, it says that if you have a bottle that is certified organic, it means that you cannot add any chemical in any moment of the process, okay?
OK， 所以有机这个词汇是说你不能用杀虫剂，不能用除草剂，不能用任何化学溶液到土壤里面。对，然后就是产它的土壤里面，这样子做出来的酒呢，就是对身体不会有伤害之外，比较少的伤害。然后对于大自然环境、土壤，就是那些其实很多的农药残留都会，就是随着沿着土壤或是沿着下雨啊，水就流到口里面，重金属的污染其实是比较不好的。
Then, but the problem of organic is that it says no, you cannot use that, okay? But it doesn't say anything to use, okay? It doesn't help the farmer to say, okay, but you can do that or you can do that, okay? And that's the idea of biodynamic. The biodynamic is the thing that it gives tools to us to make things into the soil, to the plants, to the world finally, to change it positively. It's like in a good way. Increasing biodiversity, increasing the soil nutrients, increasing the vine's life, increasing the vine's structure and the grapes' flavors and everything, okay? Then, but the idea is like that. Organic, it's no, and biodynamic says a lot of things that we can do. And now I will explain you what we can do.
Okay. 所以生物动力法到底它你其实讲的就是说你可以做什么。刚刚有就是说你不能干嘛，但是它现在是要你可以做什么，可以就是好多东西都可以做。那透过做这件事情的方式，可以让比如说葡萄的支架更强壮啊，葡萄的果实口感更好啊，就是透过比较天然的方式，让这个植株自己拥有自己自立自强的能力。
Only one important thing, just before to start talk about biodynamic, it's like to understand that just before the big two world wars, there is no chemicals anywhere. It means that just before the 50s, all what people drink and eat, it's organic, okay? But after the world wars, thanks to the world wars, or I don't know how to say, but it's like a lot of chemicals appears to the market, a lot of big chemicals, chemistry also, big machines, big works make that, and then it appears all the chemicals that we start to use in the 50s, 60s, and now we are still using a lot in the conventional market. Okay, but really organic, it's only to make the same things as 60 years ago, something like that. Yeah.
OK， 所以就是其实我们1950年代之前，其实都没有人在吃不是有机的东西，因为1950年代之前也很穷嘛，就是20世纪代之前，其实根本没有化学公司，没有化学产品，也不会有非有机的东西。所以其实对现在人来讲，有机这件事情只是在做可能20世纪代之前的事，就这样而已。
Yeah. Okay. Then biodynamic. Only to understand a little bit biodynamics. It's like, as you can imagine, when you put a chemical, as you do in your body, if you put a chemical in your body, if you put a penicillin or you put some antibiotic, yeah, some pill to take to something, it affects the microorganisms that you have, but also it affects to all our body, okay? And that's exactly the same to the soil. It means that when we put a chemical into the soil, we are killing the thing that it's not good for us, but moreover, we kill all the bacteria and all the microorganisms, okay? What does it mean? That when you apply a chemical into the soil, really, you are killing the soil. And when you kill the soil, when you kill all the microorganisms from the soil, you are killing the possibility for the grape, for the vines, to extract the nutrients from the soil, okay? It's the same thing that it happens to us. As you may know, our body have like millions of cells, but we need also billions of microorganisms to live, okay? They protect our skin, but also we have a lot inside us, and the microorganisms in our intestines, it's thanks to them we can live, because it's part of the extraction of the nutrients to our body, okay? Then if we kill the intestines from the soil, if we kill the intestines from the vineyards, we are killing the possibility of the vines to extract the nutrients, okay? Then that's why the people add chemicals into the soil, but after that, you have to add nutrients like phosphor, potassium, nitrogen, all of these, okay? Then that's how it works with conventional, and biodynamic, it's the opposite. Biodynamic is working into the soil to protect the microorganisms, the flora, and everything. It means that we are making the grapes and the vines harder, stronger, and they can protect itself from the different diseases and different things. And they can extract the nutrients to the soil. They not need to add things from us. They can extract directly from the soil because everything is in the soil.
Okay.
Sorry, eating.
Don't worry. 对，就是其实我们身体里面有很多的微生物嘛 ，microorganism， 对，微生物就是帮助我们体内的循环，不管是对抗外面啦，就是对保护皮肤啦，什么都是。然后其实有机这件事情或是化学这件事情的使用，它是会把你的这些机制全部杀掉，就好像土壤里面有一些不好的菌，你把它杀了，那代表你把所有东西都杀了。就是土壤好的菌，就是所有的营养成分全部都杀光。对，所以就是一般人在使用，就传统农业在使用杀菌的时候，除草除虫的时候，你还是要再补充新的养分进去，譬如说是什么氮肥啊什么的，就是还是要另外补充肥料就对。对，那其实生物动力法讲的就是完全相反的东西，就是用自然的方式，大家可以自己产生抗体，所以。不好的菌会死掉，不是好菌依旧留着，所以一样有好的营养成分可以吸收到植物里面。主要是这样。那的确啊，如果就好像疫苗一样，或者是好像吃药一样、西药一样，你吃的进去会产生这种抗生，你吃的这些抗生素进去，
就像化疗一样，
杀的是全杀，它没有在帮你选择的。对，所以你的身体就会越来越失调。
那怎么会知道说就是这一块土壤缺了什么样子的营养？
能量吗？
对，
营养还是能量？
营养，
营养。
就是它还缺少了什么东西是从何得知
？Okay. Asis, she wants to know how do you know in this parcel what are those nutrients is lacking of?
In biodynamic and in our way of working, we change everything. It means that we always have one of the best things that we have is like the wheat, the plants that we have into the soil, and the plants explain what is happening into the soil. It means that depending of the plants that we have into the soil, we have the vines, but after that we have all the other plants. And these other plants, we talk about these plants like indicative plants, like plants who talks about what happens into the soil. It means that if we have a specific plant, it means that the soil is compact. And we have, for example, we can make some machine, we can remove that. If we have some plants, it means that we need nitrogen. But really, at the same point, really we try to don't affect really very few the soil, because finally, when the soil needs nitrogen, there are a lot of nitrogen plants that they are capable, they can extract the nitrogen from the air and put into the soil. Okay, it means that the same plants that we live in our rows are the plants who really are taking care about the vines and the vines of the plants. It's like an ecosystem. Really, we try to affect. Really, we try to don't change anything, or as less as we can also.
他说就是其实就是大自然共生的状态，其实我们是要把每一个东西，不管是植物本身，或者是葡萄藤本身，还有土壤本身，都是调整到最健康的状态，就他们自然而然就会去找寻，就得到一个平衡，就是把这一块它缺乏的东西，就是调整平衡。譬如说，他说，譬如说，葡萄的叶子。如果有什么东西不够的话，它其实会大量的吸取，就是光合作用，然后就把这些营养就是输入到树干里面，然后好的树干也会影响到好的，就是带来好的土壤。就是他说这个是自己就会调试的，所以这也是他们尽量希望达到的，就是不要觉得用人类的方式去判断这里少什么，然后就补什么，这里少什么就补什么，反而是最少的干预。就是把土壤还给土壤这样。那我知道，的确有一些美国或是一些比较新世界国家，他们会装设很多仪器去判断说，我这边缺什么什么化学因素，这边缺乏什么样的化学成分，他们就会补。可能补到后来就是都是变成是你会有自己不知道的事情。
Yeah, it's one thing that is very short that you normally people hear is like conventional people talk like the plants into the soil like bad plants or wheat, that is bad plants, and we never talk like that because they are not bad plants, they are really great plants. And really what we talk is like about indicative plants or indicator plants, yeah, something like that.
当地有比较传统的人，或者是或许台湾也是比较传统的农法人，会觉得说，比如杂草就是不好的植物，就是要把它拔掉、拔除这样。但是
finally, yeah, it's like a book that if you know the language, you can read what is happening into the soil, and the plants are the letters.
But
yeah, no, that it's like if I go to the binder, I can read what is happening into the soil thanks to the plants.
Okay.
Yeah.
就是说，你也可以做，就是你就是读一本书，然后你就是看这个，比如说土壤长什么样子，然后你就用自己的方式去判断，那它可能缺什么，透过它的颜色什么，但是他还是比较相信，就是让大自然自己去决定，它需要什么这样。
Yeah, and another important thing is that we are working also with the idea that if you think in your mind where is the place that you have more life, it's always in the forest, okay? And there is anybody in the forest working applying nitrogen or nutrients into the soil, okay? Because everything is there, okay? The forest is capable to create more life and more life and more life, okay? And that's the idea that also we are applying to our way of doing. It means that we have to leave nature to create more and more nutrients and more life, because everything is there, okay? And we are applying, that's what I will explain you biodynamic, but also in some, we have a specific vineyard, the vineyard of Malvasia de Sitges. I don't know if you know that, Yiting, but the idea is like in this vineyard, we are applying now the concept of natural agriculture, thanks to with the agriculture created for Shumei, that it's a Japanese guy, okay? And the idea is like, the phrase is like, it's like, nature teach us everything, okay? That's the idea. And the idea is like, you don't have to do anything really, because in biodynamic, we apply compost, yeah? But in natural agriculture, we don't apply anything, because thanks to the plants and the wheat and everything there, you are creating life. But we are only starting in one parcel to apply this concept at 100%. And in the other places, we apply the biodynamic concepts and compost and everything. Yeah.
OK， 所以他说，在森林里面其实有很多的微生物啊、动物，而且森林是最活跃的地方。然后森林里面其实有很多的氮肥，所以其实就是要仿照森林的模式，就是这样子最自然的环境、自然的环境，其实大环境才会给你最多、最丰富的营养。然后其实他们现在是在讲biodynamic 嘛，他们有一块很大部分都是全部都做生物动力，生物动力还是会用日月星辰的方式给很多不同的养分进去，但是这是用一些比较玄的方式进去。那他现在有另外一块地叫做就是专门做马来西亚地犬这个品种，就是他们是跟一个日本的人合作，然后就是类似 natural one， 就是他们认为其实大自然自己有这个力量去找到平衡跟就是拿到自己要的营养，所以他们基本上可以什么都不做。但那个什么都不做是建立在你之前已经做了很多的生物动力的规划跟确保这些地力是 OK 的，然后透过时间，然后把地力恢复过来，所以就一小块是这样子做。Is that called natural wine? Can we say that?
Really, no. It's like it only talks about agriculture. It's like it's like another level. It's like another level. It's like organic, biodynamic, and then it's natural agriculture. It's like nothing. Also, not apply compost and not apply anything there. The idea of natural agriculture is in biodynamic. As I will explain you now, we can apply the sulfur and the copper for the different fungus problems. And in natural agriculture, we don't apply anything.
OK， 所以其实这个也不是叫自然酒，我们现在讲的时候还是停留在葡萄园里面，所以现在讲的就是零添加，在葡萄园里面零添加，就是说可能生物动力还是会加，就是什么牛粪啊这些进去的，这个就是完全零添加的一种农法。对，就我们其实都还没讲到酒跟酿造，我们就一样还在葡萄园里面。因为其实我觉得树林很酷，就是其实它就是把酿酒这件事情的最重点是放在种植这一块。对。Actually, in 10 minutes, it will shut down automatically, but I will send you a new link.
Okay, perfect, no problem.
Yeah.
Then not only if you want, we can finish with the biodynamic. Because also I know that it's important. Then biodynamic, it's like the idea of biodynamic, it's like the soil, it's the brain of everything, and all the important things are into the soil. It means that we have to we have to create diversity, we have to create life into the soil to make the vines greater. The vines or the potatoes or whatever you are working with, okay? Then the idea of biodynamic is to apply different preparations. I will explain you the preparations, but the idea is to apply different preparations to increase the life and the energy into the soil. And when you increase that into the soil, you are increasing the life and the strong and everything from the vines. So, yeah.
所以生物动力法其实是会准备很多不同的配方，然后把这些配方放到土里面，目的是为了要增加土的活性跟养分。对。
Then the idea with biodynamics, we have different preparations. We have it starts biodynamic. It starts with, thanks to a guy called Rudolf Steiner, that is a German guy that lives at the beginning of the 20th century, and he makes different conferences talking about agriculture, but also talking about philosophy, talking about teaching, about everything, about also about healthy, yeah, different things. Okay. Then with all of this, finally he created an agriculture conferences, and thanks to these conferences, the agricultors start to work in another way. The main idea of these conferences are that the farmhouse, a farmhouse, it's like an organism itself. Okay, I am an organism, but really I'm an organism inside another organism that is the farmhouse. Okay, and what's the farmhouse? The farmhouse, or he said like the farmhouse organism. Okay, it says that it's like the different vegetables that you are doing, like the vegetable garden. Also, you need that the different things like olive trees, vines, wheat. It depends of the place. For example, in your place can be rice. Okay, depending what you need to live. Finally, after that, you have the animals. That the animals works for you, working in the fields, but also it's the meat that you can eat, and also at the same time, it's they make sheet and different things that you can use in your fields too. And then the boss of everything is the mind, that is the man there, that it has to be there, making that this organism works in a good way. Okay, and that's the idea of Rudolf Steiner, to make this organism, but think it in this big organism. Okay.
他说，这生功法是就是20世纪一个叫鲁道夫·斯坦纳的德国人发明的。然后他是一个哲学家，他比较是哲学家为主，他其实不是一个农学家这样对。但是其实很难说，很难定，就是什么都可以。然后他提出一个概念，就是说我们都是有机体，我们每一个都是一个有机体，然后我们被包覆在更大的有机体里面。就好像对他来讲，可能他的葡萄园，然后以及他跟他的酒庄，就是一层一层一层的有机体互相的融合在一起，然后是这些有机体的能量在互相交流，所以产生了一个共存的意义跟互动。然后他有强调，譬如说在我们强调生物多样性，生物多样性也要包含这个土随时是很活跃的状态。那它可能就是像台湾可能就是要种稻米、种红萝卜什么的，就是通通东西都要种，不能单一。然后让这种方式让这个土壤随时是很有活力的、很多样、很多元的状态。
Okay, and then when this organism is complete, it's great. But also, if you don't have this organism, everything, you can buy something to make this organism yourself. Okay, the idea is like when he works really in preparations, he explains that you have to work in the preparations, and the preparations are things that we do, mixing animal things and vegetable things to create and putting that into the soil during some time to create life. And the idea is like it creates life, and at the same time it takes the energy of the place and different influences, and then when you apply these preparations that you have to make in your place, and when you apply these preparations into the soil, you are giving to the soil a lot of information and a lot of life. Okay, the idea is like yeah, if you want to translate, and then I will start with the preparations if you want. Yeah.
Okay. 所以其实他现在讲的 preparation 其实就是指配方的意思。然后其实我们鲁道夫·斯坦纳有提出很多种的配方，那这配方主要就是把动物跟植物混在一起，然后比如说埋在土壤里面去让它吸收当地的整个宇宙的能量。对，就是用这种方式去收集资讯。他很有趣，他用一个 giving information 这件事情，就是其实所有的做的这些事情都是要植入讯息到植株里面，对，好的讯息，各种不同的能量，然后让这个酒变得更有生命力。
Yeah. How many times we are
We have 3 minutes. Do you wanna? let's. I will call you again. I will send
exactly. I think that it's good, and then I will start with the preparations. Great.
Okay. Do you need 2 minutes? Bathroom? Nothing. Toilet? Okay.
For me, nothing, but it depends of you.
Okay. Well, no worry. I will send you immediately. Talk to you soon.
Perfect.